Alright, this is the only day off we have during this tour. Let's start drinking, and I'm gonna show you my secret recipe to cook dipping noodle. It's called tsukemen in Japanese. Alright, but first of all, we're gonna get drunk. Cheers! Ah! Oh! Asahi, one and only. First step is making chashu, which is a slow cooked pork. I usually choose the pork with some fat in it. Fat juice melts in the soup. I'm gonna put this pork joint in the net. If you don't have a net, maybe you can use strings to wrap this thing up. Alright, that's pretty good. And next, alright, I'm about to put pork in this pan. So you put pork in this joint, green onion, and garlic, very important, and soy sauce. And here's my opinion. It's better to spend a little more money for those sauce. If you go to Asian market, there's different price range of the soy sauce, but I always go for more expensive one. Those are usually imported from Japan and taste way better than the usual that you can find anywhere. So it's worth spending more money for the sauce for sure. So I'm gonna put soy sauce in the pan. This I just put about 250 milliliter, I think, and I put sake after this, but I don't have a sake with me, so I'm gonna put potato spirit called shochu for now. It's not sweet, so I think I'm gonna put some sugar in it. But if you have a sake, you might not need sugar. And let's put a little bit of sugar. Just a touch. Okay, now it's time to cook this with a middle heat for, I would say, for an hour. And make sure that you keep this sauce. I'm gonna use it for the broth for the noodle later. Alright, now time to start making soup. So here's a dried kombu seaweed. Hope you can find these at Asian grocery store. And I'll just put it in. And put 1 liter of the water here. I found smaller pans, so I relocated this pork in this joint. Alright, it's been almost an hour since I started cooking, and check this out. Bam! Ooh! Look at this color. Ooh! And smells unbelievably good. I'm gonna let this kombu seaweed water sit for an hour or so to get nice broth out of it. Now is the time to make the dipping soup. And check this out. The seaweed in the water seems like the kombu seaweed juice is already in the water, so I'm gonna relocate this soup to this joint. Bam. And this kombu seaweed, you can still cook and eat it. What I usually do is I basically cut them and boil them with soy sauce and mirin, sweet seasoned sake, for maybe like 15 minutes or something, and this becomes nice accompanist for beer. So I'm gonna cook it later. The broth. This is a mackerel in the can. This time I bought mackerel in the water with a little bit of salt, but you can also get canned mackerel with a miso flavor, whatever you like. But I always wanna season my soup later on, so this is what I usually get: mackerel, canned mackerel in salt water. I bought it too for 1 liter of the kombu seaweed broth. So let's just put all in here. Bam. Smells pretty good. Alright. There we go. Now I'm gonna start boiling the soup. Here we go. Here's another clove of garlic. And some sliced ginger. And some green onions. Here we go. And I'm gonna cook this for 15 minutes with a high heat. Let's see how it turns out. While I'm cooking the soup, let's check out the pork. Alright, I put this in the fridge right after I stopped cooking. Let's cut them to see how it looks. Alright. If there's a fat around the pork, just put it back to the sauce, because these fat will make soup taste crazy good. Fat is good. Fat rolls. Oh. Alright, I'm sick, I guess. Let's cut them. Ooh! Oh, it's dark brown outside, but it's light pink inside. This is just right. Ooh. And here's the tips. For regular ramen, you wanna slice them thin. But for the dipping noodle, for tsukemen style, I recommend you to cut it a little thicker than a usual chashu. So I guess this thick is perfect for dipping noodle. And I'll cut it half. You know what? Let me taste a piece. Oh. Woo! There we go. Alright, it's been 15 minutes, so let's check this soup out. Mackerel is way softer than before. Now is the time to crush all these mackerel. You know what? Chopstick is not appropriate for it. If you have one of these, this might be easier. Like this, you know? Man. Can you tell soup is already becoming creamy? Now is the time to put some thin sliced pork belly. There we go. Can you see all this fat? This makes soup insane. Let's put these in the sauce. There we go. I'm gonna cut them in half. put those in like gangsta. Bang, 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 bang. There we go. Let's cook it for another 15 minutes. I'm gonna turn up the heat just a bit. Now I'm gonna crush all these things in this soup with the metal thing, like this. You know, you really want to get all these juice from the pork and mackerel. Alright, seems all the ingredients in the soup is crushed completely. Let me taste some. See what's up. Alright. This is a soup. Let me taste. I think it's pretty good. It's a bit salty today, so I'm gonna put sweet seasoned sake called mirin. It's just a little bit, like this. Okay, I think this will do. I'm gonna cook it for another 3 or 4 minutes. Because this is an alcohol, so we gotta make sure that we gotta boil mirin for at least 3 or 4 minutes to get rid of all the alcohols from the mirin. Alright, let's see how it tastes. Still creamy. Dang! I gotta say, it's pretty good. Alright. Ooh. Alright. Now is the time to boil the noodles. There we go. So this is what I got for today. It's a thick ramen noodle. It's better to use raw noodle than a dried noodle. So please find some kind of Japanese grocery store or any kind of Asian grocery stores run by Chinese, South Korean, North Korean. Alright, so I'm about to put these noodles in boiled water, and after 2.5 minutes I'm gonna put all the noodle into this thing and get rid of the water, all the water as much as possible. Then immediately put the noodle into this ice water so that the noodle shrinks and texture improves. And the contrast between the cold noodle and hot dipping noodle is just amazing. Okay, 3, 2, 1, bang. Alright. Pour a bit of soy sauce like this, just a hint. Just a hint. For people who are already drunk, likes saltiness. I gotta backdate those things here. Some of the amigo might thought, oh, this looks straight up like a carnitas. Yes, it is. You can just season them and you can put it in to your burrito tomorrow morning. It will taste really good. There we go. Good job. There we go. Same. Right. Now the noodles is in iced water. Let it cool immediately. Alright, now I really feel that noodle cooled down. Noodle is ice cold now. So I'm gonna get rid of all this water like this. Ooh.
左ヒーターの加熱をお願いします。混ぜる注意や手を確認してください。
And those pork goes into the dipping sauce. And put some green onion in there, like this, nicely. Bam, 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 bam. There we go. Wow, it smells pretty good. And some seasoned bamboo shorts called menma. Maybe you can find them at the Asian grocery store. And put them into the sauce. This. Like this. Alright, that's it. Ba-boom. This is the Tcash way of making the Japanese dipping noodle. Whoa. Alright, I'm gonna bring it to my man, Uwe-kun, and let's see if he likes it. Alright, time to try this dipping noodle.
では、
どうぞ。
いただきます。
いただきます。Inoue-kun actually eats ramen 4 times a week.
Yeah.
So he's got the strong opinion. どうですか？日本語で。これは
めっちゃうまいっすね。
お Really?
もう best ramen of 2021ですよ。最高です。
For real? Damn. I don't believe you.
Please believe me.
Okay, I
Yeah.
believe you. I believe you.
Yeah, you did it.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I still don't believe him, so I'm gonna let cameraman Tommy-san eat, and let's see how she feels. How is it? Is it good? Oh wow! Yo, she looks so happy. She's from Kyushu Island, which is the ramen capital of Japan, and I'm not lying. She seems really happy. So this recipe really works. Please try and just let me know how it goes, and if it doesn't work, just hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.